It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, you know, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
And then it will carry on there.
Yeah. Then no, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them.
He was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years. He's been covered and protected by not only Clive Davis, but Lucian Grange. He was selected to be the demon that he is, to keep the culture in line so the industry could continue to rape it.
Usher might be next in line to face serious charges. Something real shady is going down in Hollywood right now. Ever since Diddy got cuffed, celebs have been vanishing like smoke. Just poof, gone from the spotlight like they were never even there. And if you ask Jaguar Wright, she's got no problem spilling the tea, loud and clear. She's calling out the same crew that used to roll deep with Diddy. And guess what? They're suddenly ghost. According to Jaguar, Diddy ain't the only one ducking heat. This mess runs way deeper. It's about a whole network of people who thought they were untouchable, never gonna pay for the dirty games they played. But Jaguar, she doesn't do hints, she drops names.
There is a difference between a wild party and something that is criminal, okay? There's a difference between having a great time and something that's an illegal freak-off. And having said that, remember when I told you about those freak-offs, right? Cassandra Ventura, as well as prosecutors, said in legal filings that people forced to participate would often have to get IV drips to recover from exhaustion and prolonged drug use.
If you thought Diddy was sweating alone, think again. The pressure is building and the panic is setting in. Dude is shook. And those industry power players he used to answer to? Jaguar says this is only the start. The dominoes are toppling and big names are about to get dragged into the spotlight. So, what's really going on with these disappearing celebs? Are they ducking out because they know what's coming? Or are they just trying to dodge the chaos about to explode? And here's the wild part. How did Jaguar Wright manage to keep it moving so smooth while people connected to Diddy were getting taken out left and right? We all know what happens to people who dare to speak up. So how is Jaguar Wright still standing strong? The answer's wild but simple. She's been through absolute hell just to keep speaking her truth. And believe it, she's paid a heavy price for it. See, that's the part they don't want out there. This ain't just messy industry drama or viral rants. This is about real power moves from the top, folks pulling strings to shut down anyone who refuses to fall in line.
I'm definitely a nighttime person.
Like, what time do you stay up till?
I stay up till like maybe 6 in the morning. I'm back up at like 10:30, 11.
6 in the morning? What do you do every night till 6 in the morning? You don't go to clubs every night.
No, I mean, I make love a lot. And,
That's
Ellen,
my favorite answer ever.
And Jaguar? She's the last person you'll ever catch backing down. Let's get something straight. Jaguar doesn't beat around the bush. She doesn't deal in hints or cryptic clues. Nope. She straight up names names. And that list, it's wild. We're talking Barack Obama, J-Lo, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Stevie J, Eve, even some royals and politicians. She's swinging at giants and not pulling any punches. Take Stevie J, for example. He used to be glued to Diddy's side, but now, dude's practically invisible. And this is a man who lives for attention. And don't even get started on the strange vibes around Justin Bieber. So here's the real question. If Jaguar was just running her mouth, why does the whole industry start acting shady every time she speaks up? Something's definitely up, and the silence from these big names says everything. Why is it that the same names keep popping up in these industry scandals? Coincidence? Or is Jaguar Wright really pulling the curtain back on something way darker? 'Cause let's be real, Jaguar knows too much. And if history tells us anything, it's that folks who know too much, they don't always get to finish their story. Now, here's where it gets real juicy. Jaguar wasn't just the first to shine a light on what happened to all the old-school Uptown Records legends, except for Diddy. She was also the only one bold enough to ask why J-Lo always walks away untouched. Think about it. These powerful men in the game? Done. Careers torched, reputations wrecked. Some didn't even make it out alive. But J-Lo? She breezes through storm after storm like she's Teflon. And according to Jaguar, that ain't luck, that's strategy. She's been saying for years that J-Lo is mixed up in some shady moves most people can't even imagine. And that whole Ben 2.0 marriage meltdown? Jaguar claims it was just a smokescreen, a fake headline to keep the cameras busy while J-Lo dipped from the scene right before the fire hit.
Well, in 2016, Combs appeared on stage with blue gauze around his arm and explained that he was just getting an IV drip backstage. He'd apparently arrived at the studio with it.
They said that I would have to stay. I said, no, I have to go. I said I could pull that out myself. So I walk in and I'm talking to Ellen. I have the IV and then the blood is going down. I start to panic. I go into the bathroom and I pulled it out myself and I just made it here and I love you.
I love you too.
So of course the natural question is, what was going on right before this taping?
While everyone was glued to the breakup drama, she was already making her quiet exit. Now that's next-level damage control. And let's not get it twisted, the whole Diddy and J-Lo saga was never just some love story. Jaguar Wright's been digging deep, and what she's uncovered, straight up unthinkable. This wasn't about romance. It was about something way darker hiding behind the glitz and glam. But that's not where it ends. Let's talk about Kevin Hart for a second. Remember when he was basically Diddy's shadow? Same parties, always clowning around, all smiles? Now suddenly, Kevin's gone completely off the grid, vanished, right when his name should be getting mentioned. So why the silence? And here's where it gets even hotter. This B-list actor, Vinny Buffett, just dropped a bomb. He claimed Diddy was passing girls around at those exclusive parties like they were party favors. And guess who was right there in the mix? Kevin. Now, this ain't just about friendship anymore. If Kevin was really part of that inner circle, it would explain a lot, especially why he's suddenly MIA. Because silence like this, it screams guilt. If Kevin had nothing to do with any of it, wouldn't he be out here clearing his name like others? But instead, he's gone ghost. And in Hollywood, when someone disappears like that, it usually means one thing: they're hiding something. If there's one person who's been locked in with Diddy's empire longer than anyone, it's Jay-Z. For years, those two moved like kings. Business deals, VIP club scenes, joint ventures, collabs left and right. They were untouchable. But now that the empire's crumbling, Jaguar Wright's not letting Jay-Z slide through the cracks unnoticed. She called it before anyone else. Jaguar said Jay-Z would be the one going after Tony Busby, the lawyer repping Diddy's accusers, not Kevin Hart, not one of the smaller names. Jay-Z himself. Why? 'Cause let's keep it real. Big sharks always push the little ones in front to take the fall. That's how they stay swimming at the top.
Now getting extra scrutiny is Ellen DeGeneres. So between 2006 and 2022, Combs appeared as a guest on DeGeneres' daytime talk show more than a dozen times.
17 times! I've been on the show 17 times!
And during his first appearance in 2006, Combs wasn't really shy about sharing private details.
While everyone was distracted thinking Kevin was pulling strings, Jaguar's been saying the real puppet master was right there, Jay-Z. But here's the wild part. Jaguar is sure Jay-Z won't be untouchable forever. And with how many times she's been on point before, it's only a matter of time before the truth corners him, and Jay-Z ain't the only one facing serious heat. Remember Ellen DeGeneres? Yeah, that Ellen who proudly called Diddy her close friend for years. Well, guess what? She's been moving just like Diddy lately, disappearing the second things start heating up. Looks like she might be flipping the same script. Vanish before the storm blows in. Girl, let's not act like Diddy ever tried to hide the kind of people he rolled with. He was bold, loud, and straight up didn't care who saw what. So what made Ellen think she could keep her deep connection to him under wraps without catching heat? Ellen's downfall didn't stop with her show getting axed. Things really took a dark turn when her longtime DJ, Steven Twitch Boss, tragically lost his life. Some say coincidence, but with how everything lines up, it feels way too convenient. And now folks are digging even deeper. Let's talk Oprah, another one of Diddy's so-called ride or dies. Fans have been noticing. Ever since Diddy got taken down, Oprah's been ghosting the spotlight like she's on some extended no-screen retreat. No interviews, no cameos, nothing. That kind of silence isn't just a break. It's raising serious red flags. When you look at the patterns, it's clear. People tied to Diddy are either laying super low or going through some strange coincidences. And at this point, ain't nobody buying that it's all just bad timing. It's honestly sad, but one thing we've learned about Jaguar Wright, she never speaks without receipts. So now the real question is, why are all these big names vanishing at the exact same time? Are they just hiding out, or is something way bigger going down behind the scenes? Because if the past has shown us anything, it's this. When someone knows too much, they don't always get to finish telling their truth. And Jaguar, she knows everything. So now it's your turn. What do you think? Are these celebs really sitting on some deep secrets? Or is this just another twisted chapter of Hollywood madness? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what you're seeing. And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. 'Cause this story, it's far from over. Catch you in the next one.